drops back, lob pass. Picked off by Baker at the 5, running left to the 10, the 20. The chase is on. 30, 40, 50. Metcalf might catch him at the 30. Baker trying to outrun him. Metcalf finally gets to him inside the 10.
How'd he catch my ass? What the
He ran you down, man.
He ran me the down.
I'm trying to tell you, run that. It was just me, you, and
They ain't tell me he was around me.
I was behind you.
Y'all ain't tell me he was behind me.
All right. This is the Buyer's Remorse Cheer Until You're Hoarse show, CDST show, brought to you by Chabner Law, serving Southern California's business and transactional legal needs, as well as estate planning, regulatory affairs, and by Chabdog Sports Bluff, your head of your sports headlines and biting sports commentary. Check that out at chabdog.com, where you can find all these podcasts. We got a nice full house for today with 3 co-hosts. Thank you for being here, Abe Miranda, as always, for helping me set this show up. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I mean, it's always this is always a fun time of the year because you do have, baseball starting up. We've got March Madness going on. We still got hockey into play. NASCAR is, a couple weeks in. So, we got a few things going on, good things to talk about, but always excited to be here with all of you, with the crew here every Sunday with all of you.
All right, we got Brian Keller, lower left. How are you, Brian? I like your hat. It looks like some kind of cowboy hat from maybe you're like a Comanchero or something. Well, you can explain that. What is that called?
That's my Gabby hat.
It's just your go-to Gabby hat, your lucky hat?
More like a miner's hat. I like those old prospectors and stuff we used to wear.
Well, it looks good on you, man.
Well, of course.
Maybe it'll bring you luck today in the pool. You're starting to get some momentum.
That's all I can hope for. Yeah, except because Zag had wiped me out in the West.
Yes. Well, that's why this is the Buyer's Remorse show, because we're all about to go through some serious Buyer's Remorse on those teams that we trusted. Bo Jeffcoat, who could not bear to watch his bracket blow up, is also here. Nice to see you, Bo. That is the truth.
Absolutely.
What is this? You didn't have the guts to do our pool, man. What kind of
No, I had the guts. The doctor told me if I wanted to do the next show, I better not do it because I take it very seriously. Plus, I'm very depressed today. Special K went to the minors out of Pittsburgh, so
I know he wasn't hit. Yeah,
I'm depressed.
Could just be for a short, sojourn to kind of get his thoughts collected, to get a little more confidence under his belt before it comes. I hope, because he's got power. He just wasn't hitting forever.
He's got mucho power. But I tell you what, I was walking around the mall to keep in great shape like I am yesterday, and everybody had on red for the Houston Cougars. Man, they were fired up.
And you live in the smack dab in the middle of Houston, right?
No, I live in Katy, which is 30 miles west of Houston. But we have the what's called the Katy Mills Mall, and that's where I go walking every day. And
the mall walking. You got to have a nice.
I'm a mall walker. I take a lot of pride in knocking those people over on walkers and canes.
You don't want to be outside in the beautiful Houston weather?
No, it's too hot. It's going to be 87 to 88 degrees here today.
Yeah, with the humidity is off the charts too, right?
The humidity is unbelievable down here.
You could cut it with a knife.
You can. I mean, you literally can do just that. So it's tough. So I mean, it's like walking in a sauna.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't much of A&M left after Houston got done with their blowtorch and pliers.
They got killed. There wasn't many maroon shirts in the mall yesterday. I think everybody knew what was about to happen.
That is a fearsome defense. When that defense gets going, oh my God.
That one kid that that shined yesterday. He's going to be NBA right off the top.
What's his name?
I can't remember. I watched the game and I can't even remember.
Well,
I'm sad to say.
Houston, they're coming close. Last year was very close. They got over the Duke thing, and they just choked at the end of that finals. But let's pull up this. Abe, can we pull up the brackets and everything to see where we are here? Might as well hit that right off the top, since that's the first thing on everybody's mind right now.
All right.
And,
so I believe, Chab Dog, this might be your bracket that I'm sharing. Let's see. This might be yours, I believe.
Well, of course, you got to share. The guy that I'm in second place, so that's a good person to share, right?
Well, yeah, that is a good person to share. Do you want me to show first place?
Yeah, you could.
All right. So here we go. First place is FSU Brando.
By the way, would this person please make himself known, because I cannot figure out who this is.
FSU Brando. He's actually a big fan of Barstool Sports, and he's a big fan of a lot of the content creators there. He's a great guitarist. He makes great songs for Barstool from time to time. Matter of fact, when we have Frank's Walks, which there's show Frank's Walks, the intro music's actually written by FSU Brando, and he's in some group chats that I'm in. Real good dude. I think he is in Florida, and he's a roofer, because I do see a lot of his pictures and stuff, and he's up on the roof putting some new tile, things like that. So he's always showcasing his roof work, which is very good. So that's who FSU Brando is. I think it's short for Brandon. Another Brandon.
Yeah, what a great name.
I mean, it's a wonderful name. A matter of fact, all the great people I've known in my life have been named Brandon. So far so good.
Yeah, flattery will get you everywhere. Thank you.
Yes. And my high school best friend, his name is Brandon. So that's what I'm saying. It's Brandon goes strong. But here's a little bit of his bracket right here. As you can see, he has gone all in on Duke as his choice. Not bad. That's not a bad pick. Who he was going to pick over Houston, Duke over Houston, and it was going to be, I think, Purdue is who he's got here. Purdue over Michigan. I don't know about that, but Duke over Houston. That's good for Houston. I mean, he's got Houston pretty far up in the bracket, up to Final Four. So he's got Duke here. So this is what he looks like on the East. He's got quite a few picks. Well, Duke and St. John's. Kansas.
Why don't we go? Yeah. Why don't we just go through each of the games today, and then we can kind of talk about things that way, because got some really compelling games today.
All right.
Hey, ask your buddy FSU Brando, does he know Paul Abraham? Paul was the tour manager for Leonard Skinner, and I bet you he knows him.
He might. Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, Paul was a longtime friend of mine. I grew up with him.
Nice.
Well, can you get anybody? Can you get him on this show? I'd love to talk to him about Leonard Skinner. I love Leonard Skinner.
Paul had his memorial service Saturday or yesterday, and
he can't be on the show. Yeah,
he's got a book, and he sent me a book, he sent me a book, but actually it went to Lisa because he sent her a letter in it or a note in it, and so anytime you want to read it, I know you're a lawyer, you probably don't like reading it after hours, so.
Oh, I'd be happy to read it. Maybe present it on the air if you think it's not too personal. I don't know.
Oh no, it's it's just talk. It just talks about life on the road with the Leonard Skinner, and Paul and I go back a long way. We used to love to fight, and not each other, but there is an article on there about how that the lead singer for Leonard Skinner thought he liked to fight too, and Paul whipped him in a parking lot in Japan.
Oh.
He's a little crazy, or was, but
Well,
he's a good guy.
Speaking of fighting, we got some games today that are going to be pretty much knockdown, drag out fights like that St. John's Kansas game.
Go.
That's St. John's is, I think, favored by 3, but I bet a lot of you guys took Kansas. I took St. John's, but I'm not feeling that great about it. I think it's kind of iffy.
Well, you should, because Kansas is going to win that game.
My wife wants to hear that. My wife wants to hear that.
Of course.
I got St. John's too.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not sure. I want to say I took Kansas in this one. Let me go to my Gators pick here. I took Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
I took Kansas to go to Duke, but Duke to beat Kansas.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Well, yeah, St. John's has some good defenders. They got one big guy in the middle who's kind of a beast. He's like DK Metcalf, a beast-like. And I think he transferred, or he looked at Kansas, but they didn't seem to want him. So he's got a chip on his shoulder about Kansas. And I don't like the Jayhawks team chemistry very much. You watch what happened at the end of that game. They scored like one basket over the last 8 minutes in their last game, won by 8 points. But they're just, I don't know. I think they've been kind of disjointed and underperforming. So they could win, but that should be a really tough one to pick, I think. And then what else do we got today, Abe?
Let's see here. 322. We got UCLA at UConn.
Oh, that'll be good.
That one I had a hard
You
time.
picked UConn, Chab Dog. I kind of agree
know.
with you on that one.
I know I picked UConn, but I don't feel too good about that one either. Just because UConn's they kind of been struggling lately with their offense. But UCLA they're just unpredictable.
I love UCLA, but I don't think they can beat UConn.
It's 4.5 points favored for the Huskies.
Yeah. Where is that game being played, by the way?
Xfinity Mobile Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I think in that setting, I feel pretty good that UConn can pull that out. They probably have they probably have the best player on the court, which is that big guy they have. Kind of big guy. He scores a lot. I forgot his name.
I don't understand why they end up putting UCLA in the East anyway. That was weird.
Well, Brian, you know it can always happen. You don't have to if you're a lower seed, like UCLA was, what are they, like a 7?
Yeah.
But
yeah, you can end up anywhere in the tournament.
Yeah, I know.
Who'd you pick in that one, Bo?
I got UConn. I have a grudge against UCLA. I sat there for years and watched Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar destroy everybody. And
too much winning.
You didn't like that, huh?
No, I hated that. I mean, there were some Southern teams that really had some good teams back then, and UCLA destroyed them.
I mean, who could forget the big game that UCLA played against Houston, right? At the Astrodome. Was it at the Astrodome? Yeah.
That's one. That's one that made my mind up to never pull for UCLA.
The Big E played in that game.
That's
Remember
exactly
him?
right. They had, I think, like 3 of the 5 players went pro, and a couple of them are in the Hall of Fame.
On Houston's team?
Yeah. They were without a doubt, in my mind, one of the best college teams that ever was.
That never won it.
No, they didn't.
Joining Phi Slamma Jamma. That's the other one that never won it, right?
But they won it.
Oh yeah, Phi Slamma Jamma won it, right? Did they? Or no, I don't think they did.
Oh, I don't know.
No, they lost. They lost to Georgetown, I think, and they lost to NC State.
Okay.
Look it up. I don't think that Houston's ever won a national title.
Well, they may this year.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But they're going to have their work cut out for them because they've got. I think they're on a collision course with Illinois, and Illinois is a tough team. Has anybody seen them play?
No, I haven't seen them play.
They are loaded. They got a lot of size. They got some great guards. They really have everything. I think they have more offensive firepower than Houston. So it's going to be like one of those great defenses versus great offenses game. And they're the 3rd seed, and so they're they're nothing to sneeze at. They got a legitimate shot here. Why
do I think that you are the one that is picking Illinois in that game?
I wanted to pick them, but I didn't. I
think you did. This is you, right?
Did I? Did I pick them?
No, hold on. Picked Houston over Illinois, Houston over Florida, and then you have Houston in the Final Four with SJU.
Yeah, I think I had Houston losing the Final Four, but after I saw Illinois in their first game, I changed my mind about how good Illinois was, and I realized I think I made a mistake because Illinois did have some bad losses this year. They lost to UCLA. They didn't win the Big Ten, but they're still really top notch, and I would be scared of them.
They pretty much destroyed their 2 opponents so far.
What's that?
They pretty much destroyed their 2 opponents so far.
Yeah, like the last game, they destroyed VCU. They made VCU look pretty bad, and that was a team that beat North Carolina.
Yeah.
So you gotta really respect that. The other team that's kind of a sleeper is Iowa State. They played a real nice regular season. They gave Arizona all they could handle in the Big 12 championship, in the Big 12 tournament, and I think they're going to go pretty far. They're going to have to play Michigan, I think, eventually, and that'll be right.
Right here. This is where you got them, Chab Dog. You have them in the Final Four.
Yeah, I mean,
no, not the Final Four. You have them over Michigan. Let's see. You got them over Michigan, ISU, Iowa State. You got them in the Final Four. Right here. With Arizona.
I don't know.
Arizona.
Yeah, I have Arizona going all the way. Arizona is just kind of the team of destiny, I think.
Right.
But that's a dangerous, load to carry. They beat Houston in the Big 12 final. They pretty much showed me that they're worthy of being one of the big favorites. But I don't know. They haven't won it all since like 1998.
Yeah.
Brian, you like them though, right?
Oh yeah, I got them going all the way. My surprise team probably is I got Nebraska in the Final Four.
Oh, that's you made hay last night when Nebraska's win. Did anybody see that game? Nebraska over Vandy?
Watched it online basically.
Oh, let me tell you, that was a very entertaining game. Bo, you'd like Nebraska because they're kind of they look more like a football team actually than a basketball team.
Corn-fed boys.
They're mostly white guys. Okay, they got like 1 or 2 black guys. That's unusual, right? You don't see too many teams like that.
That's true.
Well,
And-
why should I? You're making me look like the racist of the group.
No, but sometimes, let's face it, sometimes a team, you might identify more with a team if you feel like you kind of look like the players, and they remind you of you or something. I mean, it's a kind of a bunch of hardworking, Midwestern kids that were raised off of farms or something.
Yeah.
I mean, and so they brought like tons of Nebraska fans to this game. They all drove down from to Oklahoma State to watch it. So it was kind of unfair and hostile for the Vanderbilt team. So these white boys are, they're limited. Okay, they're not the fastest, they don't jump the highest, but they work hard and they got a good coach. And Vanderbilt just kind of let them hang around until the very end, and then Vanderbilt kind of choked and they didn't.
Yeah.
And the
I
coaches
learned a long time ago watching my oldest son play in the Liberty Bowl with against Air Force.
Mhm.
Those players were nowhere, maybe 1-star, 2-star players, but boy, they had heart. And they just beat the living stew out of my son's team. So, and that goes a long way in a short tournament like this.
Yeah. Yeah. If you really got the right mindset, that the team chemistry is good, that can carry you.
Mm-hmm.
But who does Nebraska play next? I don't think that they have a great chance against their next opponent. I think is it Arizona?
Houston or Illinois?
Oh, really?
I think so.
I don't see them
they
I don't see
are-
them surviving Houston. That's for sure.
No.
I mean,
Or Illinois.
I don't know. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but
Illinois
I
is a
seem to,
better
in the
chance.
back of my mind, recall that I thought it was Florida that was looming for them.
Let me see. Hang on.
I think if Florida wins, that
There
they
you are,
play.
Florida. You're right. Florida.
They end up playing
Florida's
Nebraska.
next. Yeah, my mistake.
And yeah, I do not see Nebraska winning that game. They don't have enough height. Like I said, they're athletically challenged. Okay, one of their players is the coach's son. The coach is Fred Hoiberg, who a real good coached at Iowa State. Has that team working very tight. It's a tight chemistry, but I don't think that's going to be enough against that loaded Florida team.
Yeah, Florida and Iowa is coming up today also, and that's the game that winner of that is Nebraska's next opponent.
Yeah, you'll see what's going to happen to Iowa. The Hawkeyes are going to get a black eye, I think.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't even I didn't even pick Iowa to get this far.
Yeah, I don't really know how that happened, but I mean, let's give them credit. They had a good win in the last round over somebody I didn't expect them to beat.
That was Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson's not a bad team. And then, of course, we got Michigan State. They're looming. Michigan State looked pretty damn good yesterday over Louisville. I think they're going to end up playing Connecticut, if I'm not mistaken, if Connecticut can win.
Yes, right here. They're going to play Michigan to Connecticut, and you pick Connecticut over Michigan State.
Yeah, I think that's another mistake I made. Now that I've seen both teams, I think Michigan State's a little more talented. That's going to be an interesting matchup of coaches between Tom Izzo, the drama queen, who, I mean, if you watch him, he cries, he gets emotional, he's just, and then of course you have Danny Ferry. Is it Danny Ferry? Is his name? The UConn coach, who he's a baby too, but he really throws tantrums on the court. So that those guys might come to, who knows, they might come to blows or both get ejected.
They might exchange Kleenex.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. So yeah, there's a lot to look at, and Texas looked good. Texas won an unexpected. They beat Gonzaga. I got burned on that one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't know. Gonzaga's a nice team, but they just don't have the killer instinct. That seems to happen every year with them. Though this year they just didn't get very far. And of course, Duke. We didn't discuss Duke, which almost lost to Siena in the first round. I was really getting excited.
Yeah.
I know you don't like them, but I got them.
Yeah.
I got them going to the Final Four.
I know you do.
I have to.
Of course, but since you didn't put your picks up, we don't know for sure if any of this is true, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm undefeated.
We might have to get your wife in here to verify some of this.
Oh, she won't lie for me, so I promise you, you'll find out the truth if you ask her.
Yes. Well, we're gonna do a little clip here. Thinking of my military friends here, and this is see if you can name the movie here. This is one of my favorite action heroes, movie stars. Just died. Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Get him, Chuck. Love this kick he does here. Boom. Boom.
This is for Nestor.
This is for Nestor. Little back adjustment there.
Not yet. The game's over.
Oh. This is my favorite part coming up.
And this is for Franklin.
Rip his heart out.
You lose.
You lose. You ever
What
see
time
that
of
movie?
night did you see that movie?
It was kind of late, but I was enjoying every moment of it. It was missing in action. About a guy that has to go to Vietnam and rescue his friends from a POW camp. Chuck Norris, you know him, right?
He was my hero. He was a good guy.
Yeah.
He was a good guy.
I don't know if I ever told you that I had a friend that Chuck Norris was named after in the movies. It wasn't Walker, Texas Ranger, but it was another guy. He was an attorney and a loan officer in Dallas. His first name was John, and John took care of greyhounds. He rescued the ones that they were about to put to sleep because they'd gotten old and slow. And anyway, he had a really good relationship with Chuck Norris.
Mm-hmm. He was Colonel Braddock in that movie. That was his character. And
I heard something that was kind of cool about him. He was mentored by Steve McQueen.
He was?
Yep.
He was
McQueen
what?
told him to make sure that he was mentored by Steve McQueen when he was first getting into movies. And McQueen told him, try not to get too many lines.
Yeah, he does have the McQueen kind of. McQueen didn't like to say too much,
Yeah.
McQueen said just enough to get his point across. McQueen was more into the action end of things. He kept himself in great shape, religiously good shape, and less was more with him. And that's Chuck Norris did his talking with his skills. Now, I'm not making a political statement with this at all. I'm not saying anything about his politics. I'm just saying I enjoyed his movies, and he was, a symbol of American strength in those movies. I like
back in the day.
He was like kind of like Steven Seagal, but before Steven Seagal, I think.
A little bit weird.
What's that?
He's a little bit weird.
Yeah, but I don't know all the aspects of his personal life, and I can't go into that because I really don't know. But I liked his movies. So that's a guy that just passed. He was 86 years old. Mm-hmm. What else do you want to cover before we go to the break? Not much to talk about in football, obviously. Though I do see Tom Brady playing flag football. You ever see that? Like flag football? What is there actually a flag football league or something?
There's an international playoff, I think. Tom Brady, and he threw a touchdown pass to Stephon Diggs yesterday.
Right, you saw the same thing I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good at swiveling his hips so you can't grab his flag or something.
He learned that from Eli. Or Dak.
Well,
Dak was the one that did that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he must just enjoy it. He doesn't need the money.
No.
No. I don't think so.
But that's what I like about him. I mean, I was never a fan of his, but he loves the game. And you can't take that from anybody that loves the game like he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wants to keep his skills sharp. He likes throwing the ball. Mm-hmm. So that must be a lot of fun for him. And I don't know all the rules to flag football, though. Like if you're grabbing somebody's flag and you don't yank it out completely, they can still throw the pass, right?
Correct. Yeah, you got to have the flag out. I played flag football in the Army.
Oh.
And I back then when I could run, I was a wide receiver, so I didn't I didn't get too much into technicalities, but I had a little speed.
So you were a like an end, a split end or something?
Wide receiver. Yeah.
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
You must have been fast.
I was in the day. I walk everywhere now.
Yeah, kind of like Tommy Amendola or Wes Welker.
Yeah, I could. I had what I term wide receiver ankles. That you can look at a guy. That's why I made decisions on where people played. Back when I coached, I looked at their ankles. If they had thick ankles, they went to the line. If they had thin ankles, they went to the skill positions. And because you can't coach speed. I mean, no matter how hard you try, either they got it or they don't.
Right, but there's a difference between speed and quickness too.
Yes,
And shiftiness.
there is, and you know you can be nifty and quick, like say Amendola or
Biletnikoff.
Welker. But
Remember
you know,
Biletnikoff from the Raiders?
he had good speed now.
He was pretty shifty though.
Yeah,
Cliff Branch was the burner,
Who?
and then you had Biletnikoff, who was fast, but he was also very shifty and could catch everything. So you were more like, did you use a lot of stickum?
No, I couldn't even spell it.
You didn't want to grease yourself up with stickum?
No, I was just a young kid. That's all. You know, I mean, it was what it was.
All right. Well, I did something this weekend. I got myself a new used car, and in honor of that experience, I want to play this clip. But my experience, I didn't have to deal with any of this bullshit. But this was a great movie that has some wonderful comedy.
Oh,
Section 107 of the Copyright Act.
Let me ask you this, Al. You like animals, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I got 3 dogs of my own.
Of course you do. Well, you understand what I mean then when I say that not only do I think that this is the car for you, but Tobey thinks this is the car for you. Tobey, huh? There you see. Isn't that cute? So, Al, I think the least we can do is take the car for a test drive, huh? Tobey wants to go for a test drive, don't you, Tobey? Test drive with Tobey. How about it? All right. Okay, everybody in the car. In the car, kids. In the car. Everybody in the car. Test drive with Tobey. That's right. Everybody in. Going for a test drive with Tobey. That's right. Al, now listen, this baby's got a big engine, a lot of power, big V8. Now, I don't want you to be afraid of it. I want you to feel that pickup. So just go right ahead and punch it. Oh my God! Oh. You killed my
God.
You killed my dog. I'm sorry, really. All he wanted was for you to be happy in this car, and now he's dead. I'm supposed to know he's raised him from a puppy.
How could you?
I know I can't bring your dog back. About if I buy the car.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, the kids fell right on out.
Was that a classic or what?
Dude,
Where
that
you
dude
find
had
these, I'll
them.
never know.
That's a great movie. That's a great
They're
movie.
out there, man. 1970s has tons of these movies.
Man.
That had Kurt Russell was in that movie.
I know Brian saw that, right?
Yeah, that was a great one of the great movies, probably underrated.
That's
Used
from
cars.
with Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's in it, Bo.
What's the name of it?
Used cars.
Used cars. Okay.
It's about a used car lot and all the shenanigans that goes on in a used car lot. I mean, you think about it. That's a great idea for a sitcom or a movie.
How about the part where the guy blows up all those other cars?
Yeah, I gotta watch that tonight just for some kicks, some giggles, and it put me in a nice, relaxed mood for next week. Um, and but actually, I had a really good experience buying my used car this weekend. Got it through a one of those independent dealers, like a guy that has his own dealership. It's not like a normal car dealership. He just buys it. He has a license to buy and sell cars, and so I didn't have to deal with any of that, that crap. I got to go talk to my manager, and you end up sitting there for 3 hours and buying stuff you didn't need for the car, and getting that whole song and dance. None of that. I feel like that's a good way to get a car, because it's kind of, you're not buying it from Joe Schmo off the street with, absolutely nothing standing behind it other than somebody's word. This is a guy who has to have a license. You can't, you got some, I think
You
it's
got
kind of
somebody
nice
to go after. If you have,
but he knew what he was doing. He got me what I needed pretty quickly, and so the whole experience was great. I just didn't have any free hot dogs or
Donut.
gimmicks.
The donut.
well, don't you hate dealing with somebody that you walk toward the front door and they grab you and then they talk about what they're going to do for you, and then after all that, they say, well, let me go check with my manager. That just, I get angry. I have anger issues.
I can imagine.
And Lisa will be the first to tell you that you don't want to go with me when I'm looking for a car or a truck.
You end up kind of like as mad as Chuck Norris.
Yeah, kind of.
This was for Franklin. This is for me.
Oh, well, we'll see.
Blow up the place.
Well, I know that you probably ended up with a highly shined and well-maintained Mercedes, because that's what you're supposed to wear out. Drive out in California.
I'm not that kind of lawyer, and I can't be trusted with a really, really expensive car. That's just not. That's not a good idea, because I'm rough on my cars. I hit the curb too much when I park, and I need a good car that gets me one place to another, doesn't make this great huge statement of my status, but looks reasonably good, and so that I got a Honda Civic, and it suits my purposes, and it's a nice little electric blue Honda Civic.
You know what they call that color?
What?
Loser blue.
Oh,
like my shirt.
Oi, loser blue, baby.
You really are hitting me hard.
That's what the car salesman call. If a truck comes in with that electric blue, they call it loser blue, and they knock off a few dollars on because of the color.
Well, I liked it. I'm sorry. I like this shirt.
Hey,
it's
got you written all over it.
My son has loser blue eyes. I like those eyes.
That's funny.
I know what you mean, though. My whole life, I've either had silver cars or dark blue, gray, metallic gray type cars.
Yeah.
But this time, I just decided I like this car. I got it in my brain, and whatever. I hope my wife doesn't freak out, because she hasn't seen it. I think I told her it was blue, but I didn't tell her it was electric blue. So I don't know. It's kind of like Abe's hat, actually, the brim of Abe's hat.
Nice. Loser blue.
No sale.
No
sale blue.
They're gonna sell. But there's a movie scene with like John Goodman where he's like, if you got all the money in the world, he goes like, I think he's like, everybody knows what to do, which is like buy a house, buy a Japanese economy shit box, and then that way you can always just say F you to everybody, because that's how it is. There's a whole movie clip with John Goodman, and he talks about that. And he's like, he goes, and that's what you do when you got money, right? There's a reason why you have money. And when you have money, it's because you drive a Japanese economy shitbox. and that's what I have. I drive a Honda Civic. You know, Brandon drives a Honda Civic. I mean, we're just keeping true. I mean, even though it's California, you would think we'd be driving, you know, high-end cars, you know, but we're on the smarter side of the Californians.
Yeah, I don't
want to. We don't.
Yaris.
Yeah. Gabby, do you drive a Yaris? You drive a Toyota Yaris?
It's not. You're driving a Yaris?
Oh man! All of SoCal here in this pod is driving Japanese economy shit boxes. You see that? You see that?
What's Gabby driving?
A Toyota Yaris.
That's
what about an economy.
That's what you know. What that's what
you can get.
Abe, that's what well-read's Japanese girlfriend drives is a Yaris.
Yeah, but the smart people. All right, and we got to play that clip next week, man.
That's a 4-door hatchback.
Oh man, we got to play that clip from John Goodman, man, because he is the man.
I'll find that.
Yeah.
Man, oh, you really hurt my feelings with that. You loser blue comment.
No, man. No, man. You know what's? But here's the thing. This is the thing you don't hear a lot in Southern California is that Brian's Toyota Yaris is paid off. I'm sure it's been paid off. You know, Chab Dog's Civic is paid off. Mine is paid off. And see, we know like this is the way. This is the way.
That's the way to go.
That's the way to go.
You don't want to owe anybody anything.
Yeah.
But what do you drive, Big Shot? A truck?
Of course, I live in Texas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't be, you know, we can't be rolling around Texas in a Yaris.
Those trucks can be expensive, though, right?
Ford, probably.
The what can be expensive?
Trucks can be expensive.
Well, I drive a small truck, a Chevy Colorado.
Oh,
so
it's not like an
it's not a gas guzzler. No, it's
those are nice.
I drove, back when I worked, I drove the bigger trucks, the Dodges, the Chevys, the Fords, all that. But, you know, I don't have to put that many miles on, and they were company trucks primarily. And so, I mean, I put a lot of miles on them, but, you know, I didn't care because it wasn't my truck. But, you know, just to get around here, and truthfully, I don't go downtown Houston. So I just drive around, you know, going grocery shopping and stuff like that. Important.
You want to fit in, and in Houston, you fit in real well with a truck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the problem down here and I have a white truck, and you would think that would be generic, but a white truck is like a neon sign on it because people tend to think that you're oil field, and they'll pull in front of you real quick and slam on the brakes so you'll rear end them, and because they think that you work for them.
You got a lot of money?
No, but that's why I'm looking for a red truck right now. To signify poor.
I can't get red. I don't like red. I'm not a red car guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I like a red truck.
Oh,
yeah.
Good.
Well, everybody's different.
Yeah.
So I did want to give a shout out to Frank Fleming, who's in our pool and pulling up the rear. But we're really glad, Frank, that you took the plunge. He's actually much thinner than that now.
There you go. That's a cannonball right there. And yeah, you know, Frank, he definitely took the plunge. He joined our pool, which is really cool. He's great to have somebody from Barstool. And not only Barstool, but then of course FSU Brandon, who's in the lead, who's a big Barstool Sports guy as well. So it's great to have them in there. Unfortunately, Frank is at the bottom of our pool right now, but he did go with Houston. So
Yes.
if Houston can make it all the way to the end, I mean, this could be a nice story for Frank as well, going from last place to first place. You know what I mean?
And who else is in our pool is Aaron York. He took UConn. He's in I think he's in 6th place or something. He's not doing that great either.
He's in 8th. Buckets are fun, I assume, because he's the only one who took. There's only one who took UConn.
Yes, not too fun for him though. And my broker, I want to give a shout out to my broker Mary Braun, who's in this pool, and she's very smart. She knows her football, and she seems to know her basketball because she's tied with me now. And my son Ben is in this pool, and he's in 4th, I think.
Oh, that's
you're 5th. He's hanging in there. And look, at the end of today, things could look a lot different, and I could be in last place.
Easy.
With an electric.
I'm pulling against you.
But I love. Yeah. I'm gonna pick you up in that car, Bo, and really embarrass you when you come.
Oh no, you ain't gonna get me in that car.
Oh no.
Get him a shirt. Get him one of these shirts. Oh, this color looks good on him.
Oh, the blue. No, we got a red one though. We got a red Chad Dog Sports shirt.
Good.
So, well, we got to get him the red one because Bo's gonna get a red truck, and that's gonna match his shirt better.
I like your attitude. Of course, Ole Miss is red and blue, so it's all good.
Yes, Ole Miss has those colors. Some of those colors. Well, speaking of Mississippi, there is no Mississippi team in the tournament, is there?
No, they did not have good years, State or Ole Miss or Southern or Delta.
But at least they're good in basketball and baseball, right?
In baseball, those cats are good. They rock.
I saw a statistic that showed that Mississippi State has great attendance at their baseball games.
Oh, that's something that you honestly need to go to if you ever get down south again.
Mm-hmm.
You really do need to go to one of those games. They have a really good section out called Left Field Lounge where they do all the barbecue and they feed the players and all that kind of stuff. It's a happening, and it's a great stadium. Ron Pope built a wonderful stadium there.
Yeah, they have like tailgates.
Oh, well, it's 1 degree a little higher than tailgates because everybody just gets in the outfield and does their cooking right there in the outfield. And they sell those they sell those areas years ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
And people cook, I mean, absolutely everything. Anything from ribs to steaks to they spoil those kids big time. That's where Jake Mangum played. His dad played at Alabama football, but Jake went to Mississippi State.
Well, speaking of Jake, he's on the. I think he's going to be on the Pirates opening day roster. So
I think so. As a backup, he's going to be a outfielder backup for the Pirates. So
he'll help them.
Yeah, and he is a top-notch quality moral kid. He'll fit in good there. Good locker room guy.
Okay. Well, that's around the corner. We'll obviously get more into baseball next week as this other stuff winds down. And congratulations to Venezuela for winning the World Baseball Championship in an upset over the United States that just could not hit worth a shit.
Hey,
scored
who
like
was that guy that wouldn't accept the silver medal? Do you know who it was?
I don't know. Somebody did that.
Yeah, they refused. They went to the podium, and Venezuela got all the gold medals, and they were passing out the silver medals to the players from the U.S. And one of those guys, and it was a pro baseball player, and he said, "Screw y'all, I'm not taking that."
Well, that's your problem, dude. You competed. You should take second place with grace and humility, and not have an attitude, I think.
Well, I agree. But that certainly wasn't a participation trophy, So I mean, he earned it. The team did. They did.
Yeah.
Well.
I mean, you got to beat a lot of good teams to get to the final, and they did. I'm sorry they didn't win.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna play another clip here before we go, and then we're leaving with. I encourage you to watch the closing clip, which is one of the craziest car chase scenes I've ever seen from To Live and Die in L.A. And this is that's what driving in L.A. is all about. Is this that car chase scene? But here's another one from 1955, and you may recognize this character, Bo, if you watch the movies.
Anywhere?
Oh,
I've
yeah.
No place to go, and I'm all alone.
We could drive and talk.
That's what I was hoping for.
Where would you like to go? There are 4 directions here, sort of local phenomenon. North, east, south, and west. Which do you prefer?
The one without the traffic.
That's the one I know best.
I think that's a Rolls. That movie. Some kind of English car.
Good morning.
Why don't you take it out of second?
Why did you stop?
So I could light a cigarette and to let you drive if you want to.
I don't want to drive. What are you trying to prove?
Prove? I'm not trying to prove anything.
What are you afraid of?
Now, really, what am I afraid of?
Well, what scared you?
You? Don't look at me like that.
What a man. Jimmy Cagney.
Yep.
Yes. He had that intensity, man. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got, except for the closing clip from To Live and Die in L.A. So you guys are. I hope you had fun and you're released on your own recognizance to not to cause too much trouble today. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Anybody want to say anything before we go?
Yeah, I'm cooking fillets here at the house, so.
Oh, nice.
Big time. The menu is fillets. What is that? Key lime pie.
Oof.
Asparagus and mashed potatoes. That's what we're having for the LSU guy and his wife today. So
mashed taters.
Mashed taters.
Well, over here with
eating good.
Garlic mashed taters.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem with Texas. I'd get even fatter than I am now. You guys have all the good stuff right there.
You come here, Abe, you cannot go anywhere without the chicken fried steak and gravy.
Oh my goodness. I know, it sounds so good. You know, there's a lot of great things in Texas. That's for sure. You know, we just take the hit here in California every day, driving our Japanese economy ship boxes for, you know, to live in here under the weather and all this stuff. But, you know, we make do with what we got, you know, but I just want to quickly say that, you know, rest in peace to my godfather who passed away yesterday. This is Frank's father.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, we'll be heading out to I'll be heading out to New Jersey this Thursday, so I'm not sure where exactly I'll be on Sunday of next week, but I just wanted to, you know, just a quick shout out to my godfather who was the trifecta of godfathers in that he was Italian, Irish, he was a Yankees fan, and he was from Jersey. So he was the trifecta of godfathers that you could have in your life. And so it was very family. You know, it was always family from the beginning. And it's been a great journey. He loves sports. It's why my father and him became best friends in the Air Force back in the 70s. And they started, the matter of fact, off the base, they coached a little league team out there in Montana of defunct kids. And it was really their love of sports that brought them together. And it was our love of sports, me and Frank, that brought us together. And so, so we owe a lot to our dads. I still have my dad, but we got to always respect and honor the people before us who kind of paved that road for us. And that was my godfather. And I'm very thankful that he was in my life to pave that road for me.
Well stated, Abe.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, enjoy the tournament. I got my NC State picture in the background from 1983 when they took down the Phi Slamma Jamma team in one of the biggest upsets of all time. I still think about Jim Valvano. I miss him a lot.
Great coach.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you for being on the show, and talk to you next week.
Well, that's the truth.
All right. Enjoy this clip. This is awesome.
All right.
this way.
Crazy fucking asshole.
There's a minor tie-up on the North Long Beach right near Henry Ford. A couple of cars have tangled in traffic there. Shouldn't take too long to get this.